Over the last 5 years, I've tested and reviewed 143 productivity apps, but out of all of them, there are just about 3 that I actually rely on. The 3 main apps I open more than 10, probably more than 20 times every single day. This is my minimalist productivity system. Todoist is my task list app. So I've tested a lot of task list apps over the years, but in my opinion, the best apps, they just do one thing, but they do that one thing extremely well. My favorite 2 task list apps are Todoist and Apple Reminders. And honestly, I kind of switch between the 2. For most of this year though, I've been using Todoist, and I've been using it for a long time. In fact, I checked my emails to see when the first time I downloaded the app was. It was the 25th of April 2015, so 11 years ago now. I don't know of any other productivity app that I've been using for that long, and I just keep coming back to it. But what's more is, I haven't paid Todoist any subscription for the app. I literally use this app 20 or more times a day. And I mean, it's a task list app. What can I say? Whenever I need to do a task, I write it down so I don't forget. And then when I'm sat at my laptop ready to start working, I don't need to think what I need to do. I literally just open the task list app and I start getting to work on the most important task of the day. But what's interesting for me is I haven't needed any of the pro features in the last 11 years. It probably has the most generous free version of any software I use. I could upgrade and get extra features like custom reminders, auto backups, and task and email assist, but they're just features that I don't need. And I guess their free version is so generous because they make most of their revenue from selling licenses to big corporations in bulk, I guess. So they don't really need to charge individual consumers like me and maybe like you. Their widget is really clean too. I have it very easily accessible on my phone because a task list needs to be very accessible. If your task list is buried in some app you never see on your phone or your laptop, you'll eventually forget about it, right? It's also why I don't really like using pen and paper task lists, because at least for me, they would just get lost somewhere and then I just end up forgetting about them. So on my phone, from the home screen, I swipe right and my task list is right there. At the beginning of the day, I usually have 7 or 8 main tasks to do, and the goal is, at the end of the day, is to have my task list empty. So yeah, easily the best task list app I've ever tested. One thing I've learned is that the app itself is only half of it, right? The real trick is how you use it. I don't just dump random tasks in there. Every task has to be kind of specific and actionable. So instead of writing YouTube, which means nothing, I'll write record the intro for X productivity video, because when I look at my list, I don't want to have to think about what a task actually means. I want to just read it and then start executing. Now, one type of task that used to sit on my to-do list for way too long was anything to do with presentations. So a task like build the pitch deck for tomorrow's meeting, I'd see it and I would actively avoid it, kind of a form of procrastination, I guess, because building a PowerPoint from scratch is one of my least favorite jobs. It always has been, it probably always will be. So that's why I teamed up with Templify to show you how I clear those tasks in minutes now, instead of putting them off for days. So Templify is a free prompt to PowerPoint tool, and you basically describe the presentation you want in plain English. You can upload your own files to give it context. You pick a theme, light, dark, or neutral, and it builds you a full structured PowerPoint. For example, I just uploaded my media kit for one of my other businesses into the upload file box. I click add context. I then type in a prompt to give Templify kind of some guidance on what I actually want the PowerPoint deck to look like. I give it about 30 seconds for it to actually build the deck, and once it's built, it exports into a real PowerPoint file that you open and edit in PowerPoint like any other deck. There's no kind of platform to log into every time, no locked-in editor, no watermark slapped across your slides. You just download it and it's yours. And there you have it, a proper structured deck. And it took me less than 5 minutes to build. And this is the same AI that over 4 million professionals use at some of the world's biggest companies, except Templify has opened it up completely free. No credit card, no trial, nothing to install. I've got a link in the description. Just click that link, type in your prompt, and Templafy will build your deck. And then you download the deck. It's that simple. Link in the description. The second app in this minimalist productivity system is Google Calendar. So Google Calendar is another one where I've tested a lot of calendar apps. For most of last year, I was using Apple's Calendar, but this year I switched to Google Calendar. And the main reason was cross-device, right? So Apple Calendar is great if you're all in on Apple, but the second I'm on a Windows machine or I want to check something quickly in a browser, or I'm sharing a calendar with someone on Android, Apple Calendar just isn't as efficient. So Google Calendar works everywhere, on my Mac, in a browser, on my phone, it doesn't matter. I have anywhere from 2 to 6 meetings a day, I'd say, as much as I try to keep meetings to a minimum. But I also like the idea of systemizing my life where I don't need to remember that I have a meeting at 2 p.m. later today because, well, my calendar gives me a notification 10 minutes before it starts. I actually started using Google Calendars more than 10 years ago now, and it's one of those things where once I started using a calendar to remind me of meetings and appointments, I could never go back to not using one. It just makes life so much easier, and it makes you a more reliable person too, because you're not forgetting meetings, you're not rocking up late, that kind of thing. Similar to my task list widget, Google Calendar have a really good widget. Again, from my home screen, I just swipe right and immediately I see what I have going on today. So today you can see I have a 3-hour training window. This is a triathlon training for a triathlon I have, one in November, one in December, and then I have a mechanic coming around at 7 p.m. to fix a couple of my bikes and switch the tires out. And I don't need to remember I have these events coming up later in the day because my calendar, as I said, reminds me 10 minutes before the event. So it's just another way to offload mental capacity in that I don't have to keep remembering myself. Don't forget the meeting at 5 p.m. because I don't care. My calendar will remind me. So that's my calendar app that I use every day. What about my note-taking / life organization / work organization app? Well, that is Notion. Notion's another app I've been using for years. It's funny because about 5 years ago, I'd been meaning to start using Notion since at the time a lot of people in the kind of productivity space were talking about it. But there was a bit of a learning curve, so I kept procrastinating on it. Then in September 2021, Notion reached out to me and they were like, would you be interested in partnering up for a sponsored video? And I was like, okay, this is the perfect opportunity to actually learn how to use it. So I uploaded my first Notion video on the 30th of September 2021, and I've used it every single day since. So that's maybe 5 years. I use Notion kind of like a note-taking app on steroids, I guess. It organizes pretty much my entire work and personal life. I've got my YouTube video schedule on there, SOPs for the businesses, SOPs for my personal life, meeting notes, travel plans. Yeah, pretty much everything in my life is organized there. But the thing that makes Notion actually stick for me is that I keep it simple. And I say that because one of the biggest mistakes I see people make with Notion, and I see this in the comments whenever I make a Notion video, the reason a lot of people quit it is they go on YouTube, they find these kind of insane complicated templates with 50 databases all linked together, and they spend more time building their system than actually using it. And I did that in the early days too. It nearly put me off Notion completely, so I understand. Now, I only add a database or a page when I have an actual need for it. And because of that, I've stuck with it for 5 years instead of abandoning it after a month. Absolutely love Notion. So that is my 3-app productivity system. And if you like this video, I have 3 other productivity system videos. One of them, my full Apple ecosystem productivity system. You can click on the cards on the screen to watch those.